Welcome to our Devos. This week we are talking about Heartcare. Over the past weekend we talked about caring for your heart and protecting your heart, guarding your heart. And there are some practical questions we had to guide us through what that looks like. But from a practical standpoint moving forward, we're going to give you some of these little bites that will help you to look at your heart as something that you want to maintain in terms of your connection to Christ. So specifically today, when you are wondering about your heart or worried about your heart, you want to audit the source, not the symptom. You want to audit the source, not the symptom. When you are having any kind of a discussion with anyone, and if you are facilitating something or you're trying to get to the root cause of something, there is something that I do called having power in the second question. So the first question is, what's happening here? And you maybe diagnose that, but then the second question is, why? Or why is this bothering you? Take it a step further. What about this is a bother to you? Specifically, how is this impacting you? And the more you go down this question ladder, the easier it is to start to see what the root cause of the problem is. Well, with our hearts, there's no difference. If you have an issue with someone, let's say it's jealousy or envy, something that Scripture talks that we ought to avoid, envy. Ask yourself why. Well, because they have something I don't. Okay, well, what about that bothers you? Then you keep going further and you keep going further. And where a lot of us as Christians go is we never ask ourselves any of these questions. We don't examine what's actually going on inside our hearts. And because of it, we're stuck in a pattern of response. In Luke chapter 6, verse 45, Jesus says, the good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good, and the evil person out of the evil treasure produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So you don't audit your words and try to select better words. No, you ask yourself, well, what is it in my heart that is happening that is causing me to speak this way? What about this situation is causing me this type of anger? And as you examine that with that lens, it lends itself to you guarding your heart. Because remember, if you look at the three diagnostic questions, one of them is about who you are, another one is about, what you're doing, your behavior, and the third one is about where you're going to be. You want to keep that in the front of mind that if I'm not behaving and I'm not speaking and I'm not focusing on the things that God would want me, according to what God would want me to focus on, well, it might be a heart issue, but ask yourself why. Don't just focus on the symptom. Don't just focus on, I'm just going to stop this. Well, why is this a problem for you? Why is lust such a problem for you? Like, what caused that to become the case? What caused you having this covetousness? Like, what happened in your heart that this is a thing? And you could say, oh, well, everybody's sinful, everybody has their own thing. I get that. But remember, we want to be, Pastor Mike always says, lean, mean, self-evaluating machines, where we're looking to see why is this happening, not just how do we stop it. So, analyze the actual source and not just the symptom.